We live in a world that's loud about lust, but quiet about longing, where touch is cheap and attention is temporary. But now I ain't talking about that surface level stuff. I'm talking about the kind of desire that don't just want her body, it honors her soul. Because listen, any man can kiss her lips, but not every man knows how to kiss her wounds, or the places her past told her were too broken to be beautiful. This ain't a list of places to turn her on. This is a journey to turn her heart toward trust. So if you really want to know what makes a woman feel deeply desired, not just touched, but treasured, then stay with me, because I'm about to show you 5 places to kiss her. That'll make her feel like more than just wanted. It'll make her feel chosen. You see, before your lips ever touch her skin, you've got to ask yourself, have you kissed her mind yet? Because a woman who feels seen in her thoughts, in the corners of her imagination, in the tangled places of her fears and dreams, that's a woman who feels deeply desired. And not just desired for what she looks like under low lighting or tight dresses. I mean, desired for who she is when nobody's clapping, when no makeup's on, when she's talking fast about something that excites her, or when her eyes are full of questions the world never gave her permission to ask. That's where the desire begins, right there. In the sacred space of listening. The kind of listening that doesn't just wait to reply, but listens to understand. Because when she starts to open up and share the things that don't always come out polished or perfect, your response in that moment, that's the first kiss, that pause, that patience, that weight of presence that says to her, you can be all of you here, and I won't shrink. You want to make her feel deeply wanted? Then speak to her like she's more than a body, because she is. And let me tell you something. When you start engaging with her mind, you awaken something far more powerful than physical chemistry. You awaken trust. And trust is the foundation of desire that lasts. Because what good is a spark if it can't survive a storm? Whisper to her soul, not just her skin. Tell her she's brilliant before you tell her she's beautiful. Call out the light in her thinking, the strength in her convictions. Compliment her curiosity, honor her insight. Because a woman who feels mentally connected won't just give you her time, she'll give you her depth. And baby, her depth is where the real treasure lives. And I know. We live in a world where attraction gets filtered and fast. Swipe left, swipe right, scroll, double tap. But love, real love, desire that builds instead of burns, fast and dies slow, starts in the unseen places. So slow down, ask her questions nobody asks. What breaks her heart? What built it back up again? What does she dream about when the world's finally quiet? Where does she run when life gets loud? When she answers, don't just nod. Listen like it's your job. Because when she realizes you're not just interested in her presence, but her process, you'll see her open up like sunrise. Slow, soft, radiant. That's the moment she starts to feel safe. That's when she starts to feel wanted. Not for a night, but for a life. And some of y'all wondering why the passion faded, why the connection feels shallow. Could it be because you stopped kissing the place that matters most? Her mind is not a mystery to avoid, it's a landscape to explore. And if you ain't ready to get lost in her intellect, her beliefs, her stories, her questions, then maybe you ain't ready for the kind of desire that sticks around when beauty shifts and seasons change. Let me make it plain. Lips don't go where the mind hasn't been honored first. You want to kiss her? Start by cherishing the way she thinks, the way she speaks, the way she processes pain and still shows up with grace. That's desire. That's devotion. That's deeper than anything skin deep. Because the most unforgettable kiss you'll ever give her is the one where she realizes her mind is a place you never want to leave. There's something holy about a forehead kiss. And I'm not saying that to sound poetic. I mean it. You want to know what makes a woman feel deeply desired? It's not always the places the world screams about. Sometimes it's the quietest gestures that speak the loudest. A kiss on the forehead, that's a message. That's a vow. That's protection wrapped in touch. When you place your lips right there, gently, purposefully, what you're really saying is, I see you, I honor you, you are safe with me. You're telling her without using a single word that she doesn't have to perform here, that she doesn't have to shrink herself, twist herself, or guard herself, that her softness won't be taken advantage of, that her silence won't be mistaken for weakness. You're telling her, I'm not here to consume you, I'm here to cover you. See, the world has taught her that most touches come with expectations, that intimacy always has a price, that affection has to be earned through being sexy enough, sweet enough, silent enough. So when you come in with a gesture that carries no demand, no hidden intention, just pure presence and care, that breaks through the noise. That reteaches her what it means to be cherished, not chased, chosen, not controlled. A forehead kiss is not about possession, it's about position. You're putting yourself in the place of a protector, not a predator. You're saying, I'll stand over you when life tries to crush you. You're saying you can rest your mind now. You don't have to hold everything together anymore. And if you think that doesn't speak to her soul, then you don't know how long she's been holding her breath, waiting for someone who doesn't just want her body, but wants to carry her heart with gentleness. It's easy to go after what the eye can see, curves, skin, aesthetics. But forehead kisses speak to what can't be seen. Her exhaustion, her resilience, the stories behind her strength, the vulnerability behind her smile. You kiss her there to tell her that her being is more valuable than her doing. That who she is when she's tired, when she's undone, when she's messy, that woman is still precious. And let's be real, it's not just about the kiss. It's the consistency behind it. It's when you kiss her forehead after a long day and she knows she doesn't have to explain why she's quiet. It's when you pull her close and kiss her there before sleep, telling her without words, rest, I've got us. It's when she's overwhelmed, trying to be everything for everyone, and you just stop her, place your hand on the back of her head, and kiss her forehead like, you don't have to be strong right now. You can just be. That right there is intimacy. That's a connection that runs deeper than touch. That's the kind of love that echoes long after the kiss is gone. Because she won't remember every gift you gave her or every compliment you spoke. But she'll remember the way your forehead kiss made her feel like home. So if you really want to make her feel desired, not just for what she gives you, but for who she is, then kiss her like you're blessing her. Kiss her like she matters outside of the moment. Kiss her like you see her soul, not just her skin. Because when your kiss tells her, you're safe here, she'll never forget what that safety felt like. There's a place most people overlook. It's not loud, not obvious, not the first spot your hands might go when desire rushes in, but it's one of the most powerful, one of the most intimate. It's the small of her back. See, when you place a kiss right there, gently, intentionally, you're saying something without ever opening your mouth. You're saying, I'm close, but I'm careful. You're saying, I honor your space, but I'm still here. It's the kind of kiss that doesn't try to dominate, it guides. It doesn't force, it invites. And that matters more than you realize. Because that space, that small space at the base of her spine, that's where tension hides. That's where stress gathers. That's where she carries the weight of long days, deep worries, and quiet fears she doesn't talk about. You kiss her there, and it's like telling her, you don't have to carry it all on your own. I'm right here. It's a place of permission, of patience. It's not just a kiss of passion, it's a kiss of presence. You don't go there to arouse her, you go there to assure her. You're not trying to get her to move faster, you're telling her she can slow down, that her body isn't just something to be touched, it's something to be understood. And let me tell you this, it's subtle, but it's deep. Because in that one spot, there's a story. A story of every time she felt unseen, pushed past, or reduced to nothing more than curves and convenience. And when you kiss her there with reverence, not rush, you rewrite the story. You say, this part of you is worthy of gentle love too. That's what makes her feel deeply desired, not wanted for what she offers in a moment, but for who she is, even in her stillness. And it's not just about where you kiss her. It's about how you kiss the small of her back when she's cooking, tired, but moving with grace. You come behind her and kiss her there, not to take, but to give, to refill. You kiss her there when she's standing at the window, thinking deep, heavy thoughts. You kiss her there when she's brushing her teeth, when she's folding laundry, when she's too busy to notice her own beauty. That kiss says, even now, especially now, you matter. Because she's not just waiting to be pursued in the bedroom. She wants to be pursued in the mundane, desired in the details. And a kiss on the small of her back, that's detail. That's noticing. That's loving her in places the world ignores. And don't mistake its softness for weakness. That's a bold kind of love. A confident kind of presence, the kind that doesn't need to prove itself through pressure. It proves itself through peace. And when she feels peace in your presence, her guard comes down. Not because you took it down, but because she chose to. Because safety is the soil where deep desire grows. So no, it's not just a physical act. It's a spiritual message. It says, I'll stand behind you, but never push you. I'll walk with you, but never outrun you. I'll hold you, but never own you. That kiss might not be loud, but it will be remembered. There's something sacred about her hands, and not just in how they look or how soft they feel when they're wrapped in yours, but in what they've carried, what they've held, what they've built. You want to know how to make a woman feel deeply desired? Kiss her hands. And not like you're playing polite, not like it's just part of some old-fashioned routine. Kiss them like you mean it. Kiss them like you see everything they've been through. Because her hands, they've fought silent battles. They've wiped tears, some hers, some not. They've cleaned, they've created, they've comforted. They've held back anger when words could have burned bridges. They've held up others when nobody held her. And still, they reach out with love, with grace, with effort. Her hands are the proof of her resilience. They are the evidence of her tenderness. So when you take them gently and bring them to your lips, you're not just showing affection. You're acknowledging a truth the world often overlooks. That the most beautiful parts of a woman aren't always the ones the world claps for. Sometimes it's the ordinary places, the places that don't ask for attention, but deserve it anyway. You kiss her hands to say, I see your labor. Not just the work she does for others, but the work she does for herself. The kind of work no one notices. Getting up when she doesn't feel strong, choosing kindness when the world offers cruelty, believing in something better when life keeps disappointing her. Her hands held the weight of that work. So when your lips touch them, don't rush it. Let her feel that you honor every moment she's pushed through in silence. And it's not just about admiration, it's about intention. When you kiss her hands, you're saying, I'm not just here for what you give, I'm here for who you are. You're making a declaration that her strength is noticed, that her softness is safe, that she doesn't have to serve her way into your affection, that her presence, just as it is enough. Kiss them when she's anxious. Let that gesture slow her heartbeat down. Kiss them when she's laughing, so she knows joy is beautiful on her. Kiss them when she's tired, when the weight of the world shows in her posture, and she doesn't say it, but you can feel it. Let that kiss say, I got you. Let it say, you've done enough. Let it say, you don't have to hold everything together. Sometimes I'll be the one who holds you. Because hands are so much more than just functional. They tell stories. They carry memory. And when you treat them with reverence, she won't just feel wanted, she'll feel understood. And that's what so many women are longing for. Not just attention, not just admiration, but understanding. A desire that goes beneath the surface and touches the soul. So don't wait for a special occasion. Don't save your tenderness for when it's convenient. Love her hands in the everyday, in the routine, in the unnoticed hours. Because when you choose to honor the parts of her that the world takes for granted, that's when she starts to believe she's not just seen, she's safe. And when a woman feels safe in your love, she blooms. Not because you made her, but because you reminded her she could. That's the kind of kiss she'll never forget.